My name is Parker Cross, and the story of how I came to NC State is a very interesting one. To start it off, my dream when I was really young was to become a professional soccer player. Play Division One in the ACC if possible, and then go play pro. I played since I was 3 years old. I fell in love with the sport at a very young age, so it's a very big part of my life. It came easy to me as one of my biggest strengths is the achiever strength. So I would push myself extremely hard in order to achieve the goals that I set for myself. In high school, I started to get noticed by schools, and on the field, my achiever strength kind of stood out even more as I was very performance based, and I would compare myself to the other players and make sure that I was the hardest working one on the field. I began to learn more about myself as I studied the reasons why I liked certain schools. Moving through the recruiting process was challenging, complicated, but the most important factor to me was this kind of gut feeling that I felt for one reason or another, whether I liked a school or I didn't. Appalachian State kind of felt like home, and everything else kind of felt off for a reason. So I never really had any other top choices. And this speaks to my leadership styles, which are green and blue, predominantly blue. I have 16 points in blue and 15 in green. So going with that gut feeling while still logically thinking about which schools had a good business school, as I knew I wanted to study business management, and turns out with a concentration in marketing, as management's a very broad program, and marketing kind of allows you to learn how to brand and market yourself. So those were my goals going through high school, was playing soccer somewhere and a good business school. I continued to learn a lot about myself, and when I eventually went to Appalachian State, I played there. My leadership style grew into what it is today, which is the equal parts blue and green. I became a member of the leadership group there, and I grew to appreciate camaraderie and relationships as the most important kind of aspects of my experience there. I also learned how to evaluate problems and form solutions logically. Kind of both tie into another big part of my why, which is people. Soccer provides my ability to deal with people, my family, my relationships. Again, they're all very important to me. So building that team camaraderie and really deep relationships was really essential to my experience there at App, and learning to evaluate problems and form solutions logically in order to enhance their success and the team's success in to go hand in hand. And after playing there for 2 years, the team was cut due to COVID budget cuts, unfortunately. So I had a decision to make, as the day after the team was cut, I was in the transfer portal and looking for other schools. One of my other strengths really came to the forefront here, my ability of context, as I spent a lot of time evaluating why I love the team and school at App so much. Those relationships, again, were really important. I didn't want to go somewhere where I wouldn't be challenged either, kind of speaking back to my achiever mindset. So these two things, evaluating myself in the context of my past, helped me to make a decision. Basically, NC State was a school I already had connections with and relationships with people with, as I played with a couple of former teammates who play here, and I trained with a coach before. And of course, Poole College of Management is widely respected and sets people up for the future. So with a graduation date of December 2021, once again with a business management marketing and a concentration in marketing, I look forward to graduating from here soon. And this is my brand.